Imagine waking up to find the world's richest man is suddenly not so rich anymore. Elon Musk, currently the planet's wealthiest person, is locked in a high stakes feud that threatens to wipe out billions of his fortune overnight. So, in a stunning twist, Trump has vowed to yank the government's lifelines that prop up Musk's business empire. Now, is one political move all it would take to topple this vast empire? And that, my friends, is the burning question on everyone's mind. And we're about to break it all down for you in this video. So, welcome to the Financial Freedom Network, the financial channel that fills your wallet, makes you money, and boosts your credit. So, before we take a deep dive, smash that like button and subscribe so that you get notified whenever we drop another video that affects you personally. And I promise you'll appreciate it. So, buckle up and let's plunge straight in. So, just months ago, Musk and Trump were surprisingly close allies. Musk even served as an advisor in Trump's recent campaign and administration, pouring nearly 300 million into his 2024 election effort. But that bromance is now over. Musk publicly blasted Trump's flagship tax and spending package, the so called Big Beautiful Bill, and he called it a disgusting abomination that would add trillions to the deficit. He also urged his 220 million social media followers to pressure Congress to kill the bill, turning a policy dispute into a personal showdown. And Trump's reaction? Absolute fury. So after stewing in private, Trump took the gloves off, as one aide put it. He went onto his Truth Social platform with a bombshell threat. The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's government subsidies and contracts. So, in other words, Trump threatened to cut off the federal money pipeline that had helped make Musk so wealthy. And within minutes, Musk fired back, even suggesting it might be time to form a new political party and, surprisingly, endorsing calls for Trump's impeachment. Now, the war of words has escalated wildly. Musk even hinted at Trump's ties to the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, an outrageous jab that Trump reportedly ignored. Instead, Trump shrugged off Musk's betrayal, and he should have done so months ago, he said, and doubled down on pushing his bill as one of the greatest ever. Now, this political divorce has sent shockwaves through Washington and Wall Street alike. The White House lamented this unfortunate episode and noted that Musk was just upset the bill lacked the perks that he wanted. But beyond the insults and ego, Trump's threat carries real teeth. He's essentially saying if Musk wants war, he'll get it, and it could cost him everything. Now, you should know that Musk's empire runs on government billions. SpaceX, Musk's rocket company, wouldn't have reached orbit without massive government support. And over the years, Musk's ventures have received at least $38 billion from US taxpayers via contracts, loans, subsidies, and tax credits. Government money has been crucial at every turn, often coming just when Musk's companies needed a lifeline. In fact, nearly two-thirds of that 38 billion was committed in just the past 5 years, as Musk's ambition and his needs grew. SpaceX is a prime example. NASA alone has pumped over 15 billion into SpaceX through contracts for launches and spacecraft development. The Defense Department and other agencies have also contributed billions more. All told, SpaceX has thrived largely thanks to Uncle Sam's deep pockets, a reality that makes Trump's threat to terminate those contracts particularly dire. Now, Musk's Department of Defense and NASA deals, and we're talking about here some 52 active contracts, are set to pay out another $11.8 billion in coming years, unless they get axed. So it's no exaggeration to say Government deals built SpaceX's success and could just as easily unravel it. Tesla, too, owes much of its success to government aid. The electric car maker has raked in $11.4 billion worth of environmental regulatory credits. Those are freebies from federal and state programs that promote clean cars. Now, those credits, which Tesla can sell for 100% profit, have been an absolute goldmine. They're responsible for more than 32% of Tesla's profits over the last decade, even though they accounted for less than 3% of revenue. Basically, it's free money that exists only because of government climate rules. Without these credits propping up its books, Tesla might not have survived to profitability. So in 2020, for instance, Tesla would have posted a $700 million loss if not for the emission credits it sold. Early on, Tesla was saved by a $465 million low interest federal loan that Elon Musk personally fought for, which one insider said Tesla would not have survived without. So, in short, taxpayers bankrolled Tesla's rise from a struggling EV startup to a $1 trillion titan. So, this is a bitter irony for Musk, who often rails against government handouts, yet has been one of the biggest beneficiaries. By the way, if you're finding this breakdown insightful, take a second to hit that like button and subscribe because we've got more eye opening deep dives on the way, and you don't want to miss out on updates that could affect your money. Now, back to this battle. Trump's ultimatum isn't just bluster, it's a direct attack on the financial foundation of Musk's companies. Terminate Elon's subsidies and contracts is not a vague threat. It means potentially canceling SpaceX's lucrative NASA and military launches, cutting off future funding commitments, and even clawing back support for ventures like Tesla's charging network and battery projects. The Washington Post analysis shows there are 52 ongoing federal contracts that are funneling money to Musk's businesses as we speak. Trump could target every one of them. That's 11 plus billion dollars in future revenue that could suddenly vanish with the stroke of a pen. Now, what about the subsidies and tax credit that Tesla enjoys? Well, Trump hasn't explicitly singled out EV credits yet, but he clearly hasn't ruled anything out. In fact, in his Truth Social post, he crowed about how he took away Musk's EV mandate, a reference to rolling back pro EV regulations, implying that Musk went crazy because Trump undercut one of Tesla's advantages. So if Trump decides to also scrap federal EV incentives or other programs that indirectly benefit Tesla, well, it would further squeeze Musk's golden goose. And remember, Musk is actually working inside the government as co leader of Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE as it's known, and he's tasked with cutting federal spending. So it's a paradox. Musk has been trying to slash wasteful government spending, even as his own ventures thrive on government funds. Now that he's angered Trump, Musk's own projects could be first on the chopping block. And as one political insider noted, Musk's crusade against Trump's bill may backfire spectacularly, inviting intensified scrutiny of his business practices and jeopardizing those all important contracts. Now, not every Musk venture is equally exposed. SpaceX's satellite internet arm, Starlink, has taken relatively little from the feds, only a few $1 million in grants. So Starlink could probably weather a Trump led boycott. But Tesla, with its hefty reliance on government eco credits and consumer tax rebates for EV buyers, and SpaceX's rocket launches were all heavily funded by NASA and the defense. Well, both of those are squarely in the crosshairs. So if Trump makes good on his promise, Musk stands to lose critical funding streams, Technological edge, no government payloads equals idle rockets, plus a chunk of the market support that's backed into Tesla's evaluation. In essence, Trump holds a red button that could erase a huge chunk of Musk's wealth virtually overnight. It's a financial doomsday device Musk never thought he'd face from an ally who turned into an enemy. And by the way, Musk is already feeling the pain. The mere spectacle of Trump and Musk at war has spooked investors, and it's already cost Musk tens of billions on paper. Because when news of the feud hit a fever pitch, well, Tesla's stock went into freefall, plunging 14% in a single day. That wipeout in Tesla's market value erased between 25 to 30 billion dollars from Musk's net worth overnight. So it's a stark reversal from just a few months ago when Trump was proudly showcasing Tesla vehicles on the White House lawn and hailing Musk as a genius partner. Now, markets are suddenly grappling with an unprecedented question. Could Elon Musk's empire really be hobbled by political payback? Well, Wall Street seems to think it's possible. Tesla's steep sell off reflected serious jitters about the company's dependence on government goodwill. And after all, if a huge chunk of Tesla's profits come from government credits, excuse me, and if future SpaceX revenues depend on federal contracts, then a hostile administration is definitely a major risk. One day of Twitter warfare between Musk and Trump already shaved off 12 to 14% of Tesla's value, underscoring how fragile investor confidence can be in the face of political uncertainty. So, meanwhile, Musk's own actions in this feud have been, frankly, off the rails. Instead of cooling things down, Musk went for the jugular, at one point insinuating that Trump's name appears in Jeffrey Epstein's notorious files. Geez, it was a shocking personal attack, implying that Trump had secrets to hide. And Trump did not take the bait publicly. He responded with a measured, disappointed but not thinking about him stance. And he refocused on pushing his bill. But behind closed doors, well, you can bet this got personal. For Musk, doubling down on attacking Trump has few allies rallying to his side. Even staunch Republican Musk fans started to distance themselves. GOP lawmakers were suddenly in an awkward spot, and they were forced to choose between their party's leader and a tech billionaire. And guess what? We've seen how that goes. Trump has political loyalty that Musk's money cannot buy. As Steve Bannon put it, Musk has the money, but Trump has the movement. Ouch. So, in the end, this isn't just a Twitter beef or an ego clash. It's a showdown that could reshape the fortunes of a major American entrepreneur and his companies. Musk's run as king of the world, launching rockets, electrifying cars, and tweeting with impunity, may have met his biggest challenge in the form of Donald J. Trump. And the irony is thick. The very government support that helped Musk soar could very well be yanked away to bring him down. Trump's threat to cut off Musk's golden goose funding is very, very real. And if it's executed, well, it would hit Musk where it hurts most, his wallet and his company's viability. So the big question is, will Trump really pull the trigger and defund the Elon empire? Can Musk find a way to defuse this ticking time bomb? Or will his hubris cost him untold billions? Well, one thing's for sure. We'll be watching this drama unfold with bated breath. So if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more breaking stories that impact your financial world. And by the way, let us know in the comments, do you think Trump will actually try to destroy Musk's fortune, or is it all a big bluff? So thanks for tuning into the Financial Freedom Network, where we keep you one step ahead of the game. Stay savvy, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.